Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And a very good rainy evening here in Malaysia. And today is a continuation of yesterday's video. We are still focusing on oral presentation skills, but we are narrowing down the topic. So the topic for today would be developing attractive topic of presentation. So topic of presentation is I think one of the things that students need to think carefully when you are choosing the topic. So let's move on to the next slide. So this is a quote by Lily Walters. The success of your presentation will be judged not by the knowledge you send, but by what the listener receives. So again, when you are choosing a topic, you are also considering what the listener wants to hear. So you are focusing on your audience. Like I mentioned in the previous video, that when you want to carry out a presentation, how do you want to carry out an effective presentation? Okay, so an effective presentation is something set forth to an audience for the attention of their mind. So you have the information and you are getting the audience attention. You are the presenter and you are presenting valuable information to your audience. So in your presentation, try to think about something that this is the three things that you need to consider, right? Your present, okay, act, and attention. So why present, act, and attention? Because you want to present your topic, and along with your presentation requires some action, and then you would gain attention from your audience. So these are the three aspects that you need to consider when you want to prepare an effective presentation. Okay, moving on to the next slide. A good presentation starts with an intriguing topic. So what intriguing means is it wants to catches the audience attention. So how do you do this? You need to think about topic that can stimulate the audience's mind, right? And what are the topics that can also increase their interest of their attention? Okay, so similarly to catching their attention, right? And think about topic that can raise the curiosity of your listeners. So these kind of topics would be effective presentation topics, because then the listeners are curious. They want to know more about what you're going to say in your presentation. Okay, and also consider choosing topic that is relatable to your audience knowledge, which means that they know somehow, they have some information regarding the topics that you choose, right? So next, so what are the steps to topic selection? Firstly, choose a topic that you are familiar with. So in topic selection, you have to consider the topics that you know, because you are going to be the one who is going to give the presentation to the audience. So imagine that you have no clue about the topic. So it will require you to memorize a lot of things, a lot of the information, and most probably you won't even understand what the topic. Let's say if you don't know about the topic, you won't understand what you're going to say during your presentation. So this is why it's very important that you choose a familiar topic. Okay. Next would be make sure it is suitable with the task. Right? Make sure it is suitable with the task. So look at what kind of presentation that you're doing. If it is if it is for your project presentation, so of course your topic would be focusing more on your specific project. Okay, but if for English class, like for communicative English class, you get to choose any interesting topic. So think about other elements that should be considered when you're selecting the topic. Okay, for example, regarding the audience knowledge about your topic, something that's interesting, and also something that you know. Okay, so once you get the topic, once you get an idea of the topics, then you narrow it down to one controlling idea. So you choose one specific theme, right? Then you brainstorm ideas for presentation topics. So once you have chosen the theme that you are interested in, then look at what are the possible topics that you can create, okay, to get an effective presentation that your audience would like to listen to. Okay, so in brainstorming, there is a lot of topics that you can choose. For example, listed here regarding health, trend or lifestyle, education, social issues, current issues, technology, and environmental issues. So from the topics, there are of course other topics, for example, sports, entertainment, fashion. Okay, so think about one theme that you're interested in. Okay, and once you have chosen that, okay, what do? Narrow down the topic of your choice to one controlling idea. Let's say, for example, your theme is education. So you can talk about a lot regarding education, right? Higher institution or secondary school. You can talk about online education, lifelong learning, the 21st century education. So there's a lot of things. So narrow down the topic to one controlling idea. So let's say, for example, all right, you like online learning. So you want to give the audience knowledge about advantages of online learning. So there it goes. You have narrowed it down. Okay. Or you want to let the audience know on how to improve learning skills. And other examples, the importance of education or education in the 21st century. Okay. So let's look at next slide. Okay, so why don't you try to narrow down these topics? Okay, so you can write down your suggestions or on the topics based on the theme, technology, and try to comment below and suggest on the topics that come across your mind, right? Like for me, for example, if technology, maybe something that's relatable to the audience of diploma students in Polytechnic regarding social media. Okay, so I'm sure that many people across the country, across the world, know what social media is. So I'm narrowing it down to social media, right? And in social media, there's a lot of things. For example, you want to talk about advantages of social media. So that would be an example of narrowing it down. No, sorry, you have the controlling idea and you have your topic. Okay. Okay, next theme is environmental issues. Okay, so there's a lot of things to talk about. Environmental issues, for example, the pollution. You have air pollution, land pollution, the water pollution. So anything that's happening around the world or even in your specific country. So let's say that you want to talk about a very serious global issue, which is regarding the environmental issue would be open burning. So open burning happens in a lot of countries, and also in Malaysia it happens. So we want to talk about the dangerous effect of open burning, right? So see, from a big topic, you have a smaller controlling idea of your presentation. Okay. So in brainstorming, you need to really sit down and think about the topic. So it's not just about, you know, having one topic pop in your mind and you say, okay, that's it. But you need to do some research. Okay, you need to research your knowledge about that particular topic. You need to research about the audience's knowledge about the topic that you are interested in. So there's a lot of things to consider when you want to choose topics for your presentation, right? So this is another theme, social issue. Maybe you can help me out and you can suggest some of the topics in narrowing this theme, right? Okay, so here let's look at how you want to develop attractive and interesting topics. So develop a topic that is appealing, which means that when the listener looked at it, wow, they are saying like, this is something worth listening at. So let's pay some attention. So how do you do it? All right, try to use like some catchy words in your topic. Okay, because the first thing that you will show or the listener will see is your first slide, which will be your topic of your presentation. So don't reveal the exact topic that you want to present. Okay, so use catchy word. Okay, it can be simple, but something interesting that they would want to look at. Okay, so imagine you are writing a topic for a movie. So how will you make your topic interesting? Okay, and you want the audience to think about your topic. So it doesn't have to be direct topic like I mentioned earlier. Okay, and the topic would require the audience to ask themselves, what will he or she present? Okay, so it will enhances listeners' attention when you are presenting about your topic, right? So, for example, one of my students did a presentation about Ronaldo, but it is not about him being the best football player. So what he did, actually it's a she. So she was, her topic is from zero to hero. So this is where in her presentation, she was talking about how Ronaldo changes from being nobody and being a hero because he did a lot of charitable work when he have already achieved a lot of fame and he has a lot of valuable assets. So he shared it with a lot of people in the not only in his country but also around the world. So it was, I think, one of the best topic that my students have presented, and that is what you need to do when you want to present your topic, especially the topic. So looking at your interests, the how you want to create a catchy title that can attract the listeners to listen, right? So it will be very, it will make you create an effective presentation. Sorry, I'm like a bit of lost of words today because it's raining and it's a very cool day. So I hope that you gain some information based on what I have presented today in this video, and continue in brainstorming for good ideas when you want to present your oral presentation. Okay, choose a topic, sit down in a quiet place and try to brainstorm for ideas. So that's all from me. Tune in, or I hope that there will be another video after this for you to help to increase on your oral presentation skills. Thank you very much for watching. Assalamualaikum.